This is the 45th episode of God's Chosen podcast. Today we are going to talk about the death spell and the fact that I found out someone is trying to sacrifice me so that they don't have to face their own karma. Let's dive in. Enjoy.
What up, y'all? It's God's Chosen. So, it just keeps getting better and better. So, y'all remember the water spills I was talking about? Turns out the water spill is really a death spell. So the water hits your skin and feel like acid hitting your skin. And it's supposed to take you out in a short period of time. So for me, I've been like wondering what this was and why it's constant. It doesn't stop. And then I figured it out. So 2 days ago, for the last 2 or 3 days or so, I've been literally fighting for my life. I didn't necessarily know it at the time, but I do now. I've been literally fighting for my life because it is a death spell and I'm not supposed to make it. So our friend, Justin and company, sent this death spell to me to avoid his own karma for doing all the things that he's done. He's trying to avoid karma by sending his karma to me via a death spell so he don't have to face karma. Now, and then I guess your plan has a part 2 as well, right? This is part 1, and part 2 is doing some more magic to get you back where you was before, right? To get your house in order, right? You're going to do some more magic to quote unquote get your house in order, right? That would be part 2. So this is your grand plan, huh? Your grand plan, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, take me out, and then you can have the dream, you can live the life, right? Sounds good in theory. Sounds good in theory. Problem with that is you chose the wrong one to put a death spell on. How dumb are you? Pretty dumb, I would say. And I don't even like calling people dumb, but this time the shoe fits, and I have to say it. It's dumb. You're dumb for even thinking that. That's why you keep watching me. You think I don't know? I know when you're here. I know when you're watching me. Yeah, I know when you're watching me. That's why you all in my business. You want to see not only what am I doing because I keep surviving, but you want to see if I'm going to croak or not. Because then you can rest easy. You can't rest easy if I'm still around, because then you know there's a good chance everything that you put out there is actually going to come back to you. And we don't want that, do we? No, we don't. Not you. You're such a coward. You like to do things in the dark and hope that nobody sees. Well, God sees. And God don't like ugly. So you will get what you've sown. You will reap what you've sown there, Justin. Man, the level of just dumbness. I mean, gosh. The level. I can't believe the level of stupidity that I'm witnessing right now. You need to do your research before you start doing magic on people. Like, seriously. Because all you've done is bring drama to your family, drama to the people closest to you. And from what I understand, you lost a loved one, and that was directly your fault. Because of the magic that you were doing, you lost that loved one, and you're going to lose more. You don't want to own up and take accountability for nothing. That's ridiculous, man. I don't know why anybody would want to be aligned with you. For real. You're not even a man. You're a coward. But I'm here. I'm going to expose you, dog. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm going to expose you. You want the spotlight? I'm going to give you the spotlight. You want to shine bright? I'm going to make sure you shine the brightest. The difference between you and me is you would not have survived anything that I've been. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. You don't have it. You'll never have it. You could try to copy. You could try to clone. You could try to dress like me. You could try to steal my ideas. You could try to make fake pages, steal my content. You could do it all. But you will never be who I am. You'll always be like a second-rate wannabe. Nothing more. And it's sad that I have to even say that, because we should want more for ourselves. If you was investing more into yourself instead of investing into other people's lives, you would be way better off. But you got some healing to do, straight up. You have some traumas that you have not healed from, you have not addressed, and it's causing you to do dumb things. It's causing you to feel inadequate. It's causing you to feel inferior. But I can't even lie. In this case, all of those things are valid because you are. The things that you're doing validate that you are. You got no confidence. You want me to lose confidence, so it makes you look better. What kind of dumb stuff is that, bro? You think a spell is going to cause me to lose confidence? Come on, man. Who you playing with? You don't even know me. Really, you don't. I give you all the tea, and you still don't know me. Because I'm multifaceted. I got layers. You could never understand. You simple. You ain't got no layers. You know what I mean? But one thing you do got, whether you believe it or not, you're going to be reaping what you sow. There is no way around that, despite what you think. None. Sorry. Because God knows, God sees, and God will have justice. You need to read your Bible to find out what happens when you touch somebody that's anointed. You need to find out what happens when you go against God's wishes and you interfere in the divine's wishes. God don't play about me. I've said it once, I've said it twice. It's a fact. God don't play about any of his chosen ones. So every time you go against them, you're going against God directly. And I know you think that you're all powerful, but it's really you just all ignorant. because you have no idea what you're facing. But God is going to show you what you're facing. You think magic is going to keep you ahead of the game. You think because I come on here and I pretty much I'm telling you what to do. I come on here with lessons. I'm telling you what to do. You take these lessons, you take these things that you learned from me, and then you try to use it against me. And then you got the nerve to think that you're going to beat me at my own game with my own things. Bro, I don't tell you everything. I give you just enough to dip your toe in the water to see who you are. And then once you do that, it's game over. Because everybody is the one thing you can't take away from people is they are who they are. If they always in competition, they gonna always be in competition with you. Even when there is no competition. There is no competition, bro. We are not in the same league. There's no competition. Because if you were in my shoes right now, you wouldn't be here. Quite frankly. If you were in my shoes right now, you would be crying somewhere like a little girl. You really would. And the reason why I'm in these shoes is because I'm built for this. So despite the fact that you don't want to take accountability for anything that you do, you rather pass the buck. You know, you already basically was the cause of losing one life. That was you. You don't want to take responsibility for that. But now you're going to bring you bring in more drama. You bring in more pain to anybody connected with you right now. Whoever you living with, whoever is around you, they catching everything that you're doing right now. And if I'm advising anybody around you, anybody close to you, they need to get away from you because the storm is coming. And it's ongoing. Actually, you're in the storm right now and it's ongoing, but it's going to get worse because you dumb enough to keep doing what you're doing and not learn from your lessons. And I know why you haven't learned. It's because you're still breathing. So you think everything is okay. You think as long as I'm breathing, everything is fine. But God must have a special plan for you because of all the wild and crazy stuff you've done to get where you are today. I'm going to let God handle it because he can do it way better than I can. I want this to serve as an example for everybody out there listening to this. Know when to stop. Seriously. Know when to stop. Because I don't want you to end up like how this guy is going to end up. He don't even know how he's going to end up. He think like he just going to coast and skate by and be okay. This is what he's thinking. I know he's thinking that. Because he think once he's done something, it's done. And da-da-da-da, you know. He thinking he can trick God. He thinking he can outsmart God. Quite frankly, we know you can't because only a fool would do what you've done. Because basically what you've done, you've not only damned yourself, you've damned anybody close to you, anybody in your family. You've damned them. So I hope they hear this episode, and I want to know if anybody else passes around you, I want them to know that it's your fault. It's your fault. Listen, Justin's family, if anybody else passes around Justin, it's Justin's fault. Justin doesn't want to take accountability. He's going to try to say it's not him. He's going to try to throw a temper tantrum, but it's him. He is the reason, because he's doing magic behind y'all backs, if y'all don't know. And it's coming back to him. It's coming back to him with full force. So at some point, Justin is going to have a tower moment. And what is a tower moment? A tower moment is a moment where everything comes to a head. It's like, you know, when God tells you to do something, he's trying to point you in a certain direction, and he keeps giving you signs and signals that this is what you need to do. This is the move you need to make. And God will exhaust all possibilities to make sure you know what it is you need to do and what he's trying to tell you to do. And if you choose to ignore what God is telling you to do, if you choose to do what you want to do instead and think you know better, then you are going to have a tower moment. A tower moment is where everything just starts falling apart. God just starts taking things away. He just starts making life really hard. Like if you thought you were stressing before the tower, when the tower come, you really gonna be stressing. Because your whole world is going to seem like it's falling apart. Every area that you have interest in, God is going to attack those areas. Finances, peace, stability, relationships. You're going to be fighting more. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to be uncomfortable. And the reason why God is making it so is because he gave you all the opportunity to show you what he wanted you to do. You didn't want to do it for whatever reason. And so God is forcing you to do it because you didn't want to do it now. And he doesn't like to do the tower moments, but it feels like, hey, we've got to do this tower moment because this person is not listening. And the only way they're going to listen and respond is causing them pain. We have to cause them enough pain so that they take action and do what we want them to do, which is for the betterment of themselves anyway. They're not trying to harm you. They're trying to help you to ascend. They're trying to help push you in a positive direction. They're trying to help you have the best life. But you got to get out your own way. You got to be obedient. You got to not only listen to the signs, but you got to follow the signs, and you've got to do it. Because guess what? Once you do what they're asking you to do, once you do what God's asking you to do, that is when you see your breakthrough and you see your blessings. Yes, it may look like you don't have a pot to piss in right now. It may look like nothing is going your way. It may look like you are surrounded by chaos and disorganization. And you might be. But the thing is, once you take that leap of faith and you do what your guys, ancestors, and God is guiding you to do, that's when everything rebalances and you actually get the pot of gold. Even though you may not have it now, once you do what they're asking you to do, you will find the success that you seek. Everything will rebalance and everything will go smooth again. But you've got to take the action or you'll never know that. If you're too scared over here and you thinking you have to stay here because XYZ, well, you're just going to continue to be in a tower moment until you decide to take the proper action. So you've got to pay attention to the signs and signals, follow the lead, and you're going to be all right. You got to trust. It does take some faith, for sure. But you'll be all right, provided you follow your guidance. All right? Trust me, it'll all work out. Now, I don't know. Justin, I don't know if it's going to work out for you, bro. You did way too much. Way too much, man. You out here playing with people's lives like they don't matter. You must not have heard, Justin. Black lives do matter. They matter a whole lot. You out here playing with it. You out here thinking you can do magic on people and go around manipulating people for your benefit. Well, that's why they call me Justice. That's what I'm here to do. Expose, expose, expose. Let people know about the hidden works of the devil. The hidden works of the enemy. So while we out here trying to live our best life, you got people like Justin that's secretly operating in the shadows, trying to cause havoc and harm, trying to disrupt people's finances, because I know you've been disrupting people's finances, Justin. I know you've been doing spells to affect people's finances. I know you've been doing spells to affect people's opportunities. You've been doing spells to keep people depressed. You've been doing spells to keep people confused and in doubt as to what their next move should be. I know what you're doing. God sees all, sees it all. And I'm here to let the world know what you're doing. But you got secrets too, though. Don't you, Justin? You got some secrets, other secrets that you don't want nobody to know. Yeah, man, I know all about the secrets. But we'll save those for another day. We not gonna put all your business in the street. Right now, we focusing on the things that's hurting other people. Because I don't see this going on for too much longer. I think you've given us all the evidence we need as to who you are as a person, the things that you do in the dark. And I think we have enough to say that you don't have any character. You don't have any morals. You have no values. You just straight out for yourself. You selfish with it. You don't care about nobody but you. And you a narcissist with it. And you try to control other people. You try to put other people down. You try to make other people question themselves and their abilities. You try to keep people in a lack mindset and low self-esteem, low confidence, so you can try to control and manipulate them even more. It scares you to see people grow because now they hip to the game, they see your BS, and you can't control them anymore. And that drives you crazy because you want the control. You hate when I put you on blast. And worse, you hate it even more because it's true. You just a hater, dog. Straight up. Hater. Can't believe it. I've never seen someone hate as much as you. Man, I always think, man, if your efforts were redirected to something positive, maybe you would be able to be somebody. But, it is what it is. One day, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But you've done so much. You've done so much, and it's in the book already what happens to the people that do what you've done. It's already in the book. Your name is already written down. Everything has been seen. I'm a little scared for you because you've done so much that you're going to affect other people's lives with the things that you've done. And you have already, but you're going to affect them to a greater degree because you keep doing it. It would seem like you're addicted to it. It would seem like that's the solution to all your problems. At least that's what you think. Every time you have a problem, you run and go do a spell. Is that what you're doing? It look like it, huh? Every time something look like it's about to fall apart in your life, you run and go do a spell instead of trying to man up and either accepting that you were the blame, you played a part in what happened, or accepting that everybody is their own person and you shouldn't be able to control people on a whim just because you feel like it, just because it makes your life better, because you don't have the courage or the balls to actually stand up and take charge of your own life, be your own man, and do whatever it is you feel like you have to do to live the life that you want to live that doesn't include magic, especially dark magic. Because I ain't going to knock it. Magic is not all bad. You got dark magic and you got light magic. But this guy's operating with dark magic. Ain't nothing he ever did with magic that wasn't self-serving. And then he got the nerve, because he didn't want to face his karma, to put a death spell on me, to wipe me out, because I'm the ops, at least in his mind. I'm the ops, right? I'm the one that's standing in front of the life that he wants or the life that he has. I am the problem. You see that? Don't want to take accountability for his own shit. Wants me to take the fall for how his life is turning out. Crazy. Crazy. Boy, you crazy. I gotta laugh at that. It's just so crazy to me, man, to hear me say that, play that back in my mind, and just hear how that sounds. I want you to play that back in your mind and listen and see how that sounds to you. Because you're doing it wrong. You've been doing it wrong. And you keep doing it wrong, thinking like something is going to change. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the definition of insanity. Mental problems, bro? Maybe. You might need to see somebody about that. My calendar is booked. I can't help you. Somebody else. But listen, I have death spells that I have to fight. Tomorrow is not promised. This could be the last episode. That would probably make Justin happy, because then he can be himself quietly, living his fraudulent life. But if I have something to say about it, I'll be here tomorrow. It's your boy, God's Chosen, still super confident I'm out.